I'm still moving around a little gingerly. Um, my lower back is a little sore, but other than that, I mean, it's still jacked up. But I mean, other than all that, it it does feel slightly better. I want to emphasize slightly. But the good thing is, I let me just sit down a second. I I didn't know how this was gonna feel. Believe it or not, this was like what I was most worried about out of all the leg machines that I'm gonna do today. Now that could become proven to kind of be stupid because I might do something else and it feels horrible. But this actually didn't feel that bad, which has me kind of cautiously optimistic for this leg workout. Um, I gotta watch out for the lower back pump. For anybody, I think most people know when you do a lying leg curl, a lower back pump is definitely almost certainly gonna happen. Especially if you start, really pushing it and start cheating those last few reps up at the end of a set. So I got to watch out for that. But I think I might actually get a decent leg day. I mean, I'm not going to come in, I didn't walk in there expecting to have a leg day, especially like the last couple I've had where I'm okay. Let me say this. I'm still going to try probably to do more volume, match the volume I've been doing the past 2 weeks for legs. But I know that's kind of a far stretch, so I'm not going to kind of bank that in. It's just what I'm going to try. Um, Let me just get to these first 3 sets. How about that? And then I'll kind of see. That'll really tell me. His leg extensions, I can almost guarantee. I don't think my lower back's gonna give me any problems. Never say never, but by high probability, I think I can make it through those. Leg press, I'm a little worried about, and then hack squats. The compression is the only thing. The compression on my spine is the only thing that I might kind of be cautious of. But again, um, just based off how these warm ups felt, I mean, I'm kind of optimistic here. Dare I say? I might be a fool for saying that, but I've been a fool for many other things. So why not just add this to the list? So 2 second eccentric here. I got it maxed out again. I don't even know if I'll be able to get the normal amount of reps I would. Probably not. Yeah, okay. Reps are they're down a little, but I really can't even be mad about that. The fact that I can even do it is a win. I believe that was 15 or 16 with a rest pause. Normally I would get close to 20, I think, with a 2 second eccentric style. I gotta be honest, even knowing that I'm a little hurt, I still kind of expect to get normal reps. That's kind of, I know that's stupid, but I think that's just a competitive side, I guess, or I don't know. Anyways, like I said, the fact that I can even do it, I'm gonna Gonna just try to keep telling myself that in and of itself is a win. So I'll do a couple more. Probably no drop sets. Try to avoid that lower back pump at all costs here. Um, so yeah, two more here. My brain is kind of racing. There's so many things I'm trying to focus on and be mindful of for obvious reasons. Um, I don't want to make this lower back injury worse. That's the last thing that I want. So, anyways, let's do two more. See how those go. Move on to something else. Well, leg extensions. We already know what that something else is. Here's a crazy idea. Maybe since I didn't have the what I say power or endurance, whatever it was, since I couldn't hit the normal number of reps because of this injury, maybe I can kind of keep that same number of reps going for a set or two. Because normally when I hit that max rep, my typical max rep here on the first set, when it's like 17, 18, 19, whatever it is, it can vary from week to week, but usually around there. There's usually a pretty substantial drop off from the second or from the first to the second to the third. Usually by the third set, I'm only doing 10, 11, 12. But maybe since I only did 15 on the first one, maybe I can get close to 15 again. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The main thing that matters is getting within at least a rep or two of failure. If not, going all the way to failure. I might do it on the set. But my rule of thumb is if you're doing 3 sets of an exercise, at least one of those three go to failure, and the other two you can stop 1 or 2 reps short. I've been doing that forever, and it works for me. But I mean, do whatever works for you. But anyways, um, so yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it didn't really matter, but it's just a thought. I kind of want to see if I can now. So get as close to 15 as I can here. Watch it only be like 9 or something. Fuck. I don't know how it looked, but I can say for sure the last like 2, 3, maybe even 4 reps there didn't feel like I was even locking out all the way. I mean, I got close, I think, but I don't know how that. I don't know about that set. I mean, my hamstrings are burning, so I guess it's everything's all kind of all right. But and again, I don't even know how many I did. So all right, we do one more. I mean, I do feel my lower back a little, which again, can I really complain? I can do it at least, and it's not like debil- debilitating pain or to the point where I just got to stop. There's a little slight, especially when the reps get harder on the last, however many. There's a slight little. I start to feel it. I wouldn't even say pain. It's just a slight sensation. Right? I'm like, oh yeah. My back's not fully right. Kind of reminds me, which is good. That's what pain is supposed to do. Um, yeah, but anyways, one more here. All right, put your sunglasses on. I figured I'd brighten everyone's day with these white ass legs of mine. Wow, you don't really realize how much you use your lower back on a lift like this until you can't use it. Man, okay, I mean, is it ideal? No, but can I still train? Yes, and that's all I can ask for. With time, now how much time I don't know, but with time, hopefully, I'm right back to where I won't say 100%, but where I was this time last week. So, all right, let's go do some leg extensions. Okay. Uh, just like I anticipated, I kind of knew that of anything that I tried today, leg extensions were almost the only thing that I could chalk in as a guarantee that my lower back wouldn't really affect it and I could do what I normally do, and I did. So, no surprise. Um, Quads got pumped there, man. That was awesome. But yeah, no surprise there. Kind of bums me out that my hamstrings. That was still three pretty decent sets on leg curls, but man, like on a scale of 1 to 10, let's just say these three sets were like a 9 or 10, just for the pump alone. I'm obviously not really gonna get much stronger with the rep range I'm doing here. Um, but if this was like a 9 or 10, 10 being perfect, we'll say 9. Then the leg curls were like a 7 or an 8, so it was close. But just little things like that bug me. This is probably the only thing that I am a perfectionist with is my training, my physique, my regimen, my effort in here. So, but again, you know, I'm not gonna beat myself up too much. It wasn't really my fault. It's things out of my control. Injuries are gonna happen. You can do everything perfectly, and there's still gonna be a point in time where you're gonna be injured. Now, if you do everything perfectly, the the level of injury is going to be reduced probably to just minor injuries, but still, and it's going to be way less frequent. But anyways, uh, let's move on. This next thing that I'm going to try, which is leg press, obviously, um, it's going to be interesting. Don't know how it's going to go. Don't even know if I could do it. So I'm gonna just show. I'm probably going to work my way up really slowly here and make sure I can do what I want to do. So I'm gonna get over there and try it. All right. I took a long time between the last set of leg extensions and where I am right now. Um, Again, that was purposeful. I took, well, like I said, I took my sweet time. Um, I did about 4 feel out sets, and I gotta say, they all felt pretty good. But there's a big difference between a feel out set where you're not even coming close to failure. The last one I did, I didn't have these 345s up top. I just had all these banded on, and I only did 2 reps. Felt good, but as I get creep closer and closer to failure, um, who's to say it's still gonna feel good? That's kind of what I'm worried about. So basically, I just got to do a set, be mindful, be careful. But I just got to do a set and see how it goes. Fingers crossed it goes good. I'll do 3 sets like normal here, and then we'll move on to hack squat and see what I can do there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the feel out sets felt good, uh, but that does not guarantee anything. So uh, I got to kind of remind myself the main priority at this point is to not make my injury worse. So as much as I want to chase a badass workout, destroying my legs, which is always what I do or try to do for every workout, I got to remember, well, that's not the main priority at the moment. Kind of sucks, but in a couple weeks, if I play my cards right, I think I'll be back to normal. Rather, try to push it too hard today, tweak it, make it worse, and then I'm another month instead of just a week or two or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, let me just try this set and see how it feels. Oh, thank God for the person who come up with the idea of weightlifting machines, all of them, because that actually was fucking awesome. I almost forgot that my lower back was messed up. You know, if I, like I said, thank God for machines because if I had to go free weight squat or even Smith machine, I mean, forget about it, dude. I couldn't do it. My lower back would, I mean, maybe I could do it, but the weight would be so light that it's like, do I really want to do a set of 50 or 60 or 70? This was perfect. This takes my back completely out of it. Now there's still some room for error, so I got to make sure. Again, I'm mindful because you've seen it. I've even made this mistake. But you'll see some people doing leg press, especially this kind, and you'll see their hips and their ass almost roll up and off the seat when the weight's all the way down, and that is pretty compromising position. You want to keep your ass, your back, all the way against the pad through the whole range of motion. Don't let it come up. So I got to make sure I don't do that. And I think I'll be able to knock out 2 more sets and we'll actually have a really good leg day. Even the leg curls were pretty fucking good, you know? Hey, hey, what do you know? I'm glad I even tried. Because I consider just doing chest today, saving legs for next week. No, man, this is turning out to be good. Now I'm not done. So stay locked in here and I'll do 2 more. And we want a hack squat. Pain, intensity, burning, all the things we're chasing. All right, 1 more. Wow, What are 3 sets? All right, that's it here. Man, I am pleasantly surprised. One, with how good the quality was, all things considered, and two, that I could go through all 3 sets. And other than just the sheer fatigue setting in, which is, I mean, that's a given. Other than that, it was I'm at a loss for words of how good it was. All right, let's roll these 45s back. That in and of itself is a set. 4 1/4 on each side again. It's probably not a good idea to try to go up. And honestly, it might not even be a good idea to do this, but the hack squat is pretty much designed to protect your lower back. Um, you know, that way you can still squat and your lower back not be the limiting factor. I mean, could could one say there's practically zero lower back involved in this? I mean, it's damn close, if not zero. It's very fucking close. So yeah, my lower back hurts, but just like with leg press, I've progressed up slowly. I think it'll be all right. Now, and just like the past 2 weeks where I've increased the volume, this is only the third week that I've added an extra exercise with the other 3 for legs. I'm just gonna play it by that set. I might do 1 set and be like, you know what, we're good. I don't need any more. Or I might do one and want to do another and another. 3 at the most. So a set by set kind of decision here with each one. So, but anyways, yeah, 4 1/4. Um, we'll say max reps, but I might not go all the way max. Maybe within a rep or two of failure. But uh, let's do one more at least. I can handle one for sure, at least one more, if not two. But we'll see how one more goes. That was admittedly a little on the lighter side of things. I took a, I mean, honestly, I took a rest pause there. One, it was too long. But two, I didn't even really need it. I really took it just to kind of recompose myself, catch my breath for a few seconds. But in terms of strength, I I didn't even need to do that. This weight's, even after everything I've done, this weight's pretty manageable. I can see me going up to 5 plates. Maybe not next week. Depends on my back is, but within 2 or 3 weeks probably. So let's do one more, see how that goes, and then maybe stop, maybe not. All depends. I could I could do one more, but there's two reasons I'm not going to. One is for the obvious. I don't want to push it too far. I feel pretty good still in terms of my lower back, so I don't want to make that worse. Just to get one more set when I feel like I've done enough. I've done 11 sets of legs. One more is not worth the risk compared to the benefit, if any, that it would give me. And two, well, I forgot. So you guys are gonna have to be okay with just that one reason. So let's do some posing. Today should be a little easier. Because trying to do all my upper body posing this whole week, it's been difficult. Every time I flex my core, my lower back just it hurts. So just legs with the shirt on. I think it'll be a little easier. But anyways, let me find the spot that I want. The gym's actually pretty empty, so I have unlimited options here. So tough choice. But yeah, anyways, let's do some posing. Okay, I think the leg day was successful because by the time I got done with the last set, stopped the video, and then got over here, my leg caught on me twice, and I almost fell over. So that is a sign that the muscle is definitely broken down, and I at least got a decent workout, right? You know what? I'm gonna move this bench if I can out from the background just while I pose. This is gonna be pretty quick, I think. It's legs. You guys know. There's only so many leg poses. But anyways, um, I gotta say, I did take 4 ibuprofen about 30 minutes before I come in here. Maybe that's what's going on here. But my lower back does feel um better slightly. I'm hoping by this time next week, I am. Of course, I gotta cross all my T's, dot all my I's when I'm in here and not get reckless. But I think I might be close, anyways. Now you never know. I could sleep wrong, turn, boom, and then it's right back to square one, you know. But other than that, I think this feels like maybe another week or two at the most. But I'm not a fucking doctor, so I don't even know why I'm trying to guess. Like, what the fuck do I know? Anyways, let's just check this pump out before I say something where it really shows my intelligence level here or lack thereof. The side chest actually kind of hurt because I had to arch my back a little. That's when it hurts the most. Yeah, we'll call that good. I will say, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm actually really happy with how that went. I know I've said this a lot, but I mean, really, all things considered, this could have been really bad. Now, let me get back with you guys tomorrow after I've slept on it. You know how that is. Sometimes you sleep on something and you wake up the next day and you're like, oh, just like after a workout, you know? You sleep on it a night or two and you wake up and you're like, oh, oh, now I feel it, you know? So, but so far so good. So, good leg day, man. Now I'm off to the chiropractor. See if he can help me. Here we go. See if he can help me figure this out. But yeah, tomorrow I'm a day behind, so tomorrow will be a Friday chest day. I'm not even throwing triceps again. That's gonna be awesome. A Friday chest day. I mean, come on, doesn't get much better than that. All right, I'm out of here. Until tomorrow.